Kinakailangang tayo ang henerasyon na magwawakas sa matinding kahirapan.
Tayo
Ang henerasyon
na pinakapursigidong
Labanan
ang kawalan ng hustisya.
at hindi pagkakapantay-pantay.
at ang henerasyon
na siyang susugpo sa climate change.
At ito ang gagawin natin.
Ang Sustainable Development Goals.
15 taong plano para sa ating lahat.
Sa bawat sulok ng mundo,
Wala tayong iiwanan. Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang sinuman ang dumaranas.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
walang nagugutom at gumigising sa umagang nagtatanong,
May kakainin ba yun?
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan walang taong namamatay
sa sakit na may lunas.
At kung saan
Ang tamang pangangalaga.
Ng kalusugan ay panghabang buhay.
ang karapatan ng lahat.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat
Ay nakakapag-aral
At nabibigyan ng sapat na kaalaman.
At kasanayan,
para sa isang masaganang buhay.
Mamumuhay tayo
sa isang mundo kung saan lahat ng kababaihan
at lahat ng batang babae
Ay may patas na oportunidad
upang umunlad,
maging matibay at ligtas.
hindi tayo magtatagumpay.
kung kalahati ng mundo,
ay naiiwanan.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat ay mayroong malinis na tubig
At maayos na palikuran.
sa bahay,
Sa paaralan,
at sa trabaho.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong
Sapat na enerhiya
Para sa lahat.
Init, ilaw at
kuryente na hindi sumisira sa mundo.
Sa isang mundong umuunlad
Ang mga ekonomiya
at ang kayamanang tinatamasa.
siya rin magbibigay
ng disenteng trabaho para sa lahat.
sa isang mundo kung saan ang ating
mga industriya
infrastruktura at pinakamahusay na inobasyon
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang diskriminasyon at labis na di pagkakapantay-pantay.
Sa loob ng ating bansa,
Sa pagitan ng mga bansa.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
ang lungsod at komunidad ay ligtas.
maunlad at sumusuporta sa mga naninirahan dito.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan ibinabalik natin
ating kinuha sa inang kalikasan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong desididong sumpuin
ang banta ng climate change.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo
Kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang ating mga karagatan.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang buhay sa kalupaan.
Mga kagubatan, mga hayop.
ang kabuuan ng ating daigdig.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan may kapayapaan sa bansa.
kung saan ang lahat ng pamahalaan ay may pananagutan.
At isang mundo
Kung saan mamamayani ang hustisya at bawat isa ay pantay sa harap ng batas.
At tayo ay dapat mamuhay sa isang mundo kung saan ang lahat ng bansa
at ang kanilang mga mamamayan
Ay magtutulungan upang isakatuparan ang Sustainable Development Goals.
sa lahat ng mga tao at sa lahat ng sulok ng mundo.
Ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Tayo na't kumilos
Sabay-sabay nating isakatuparan ito.
Para sa atin,
ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development.
We have unique stories to tell. As a scout, we have those unforgettable scouting moments
worth cherishing or even impacted our life in one way or another.
Yes, that's right, partner. So we all inviting you to to join us as we recall those scouting experiences in this another episode of Scout Heritage Night, of course, featuring the story of every Scouts.
So, ayan, again and again and again and again, I am Scout Dave Anthony Jaime from Davao City Council, and I am your host for this show, Scout Heritage Night.
And of course, I am Eagle Scout Napsuni Purillo of outfit number 1019 from Victoria City, Negros, Occidental Council, and I am your co-host for this night.
So, ayan, partner, no? Happy March 1, happy Monday.
Yes.
Yan, no?
Fresh
So, actually, sa mga Dabawenyo, happy araw ng Davao po ngayon. Ngayon po ay ginaganap or ngayon po ay nagse-celebrate na kami ng araw ng Davao. So,
And of
happy
course,
holidays sa inyo lahat. Yes,
yes, and of
partner?
course, we are celebrating the Women's Month and the starting of March. Yan.
Ayan, no? So, ayan. So, partner. So, magandang March sa'yo. So, alam mo naman, nung tayo ay hindi pa virtual, March is pretty exciting kasi
Yes, Marcha.
gagraduate na tayo. Like, parang next year na naman, magaganito na naman tayo, tapos ganito mangyayari. So, ganun, no? So,
Nakakamiss
ayan, no?
actually
So,
ng personal na graduation, yung talagang aakit ka sa stage. Excuse me.
yes, partner. So, akit sa
Doma
stage,
and
tapos
Peter,
like, parang,
yes.
so, sabi na yung teacher mo, ikaw pinaka-best class student. Ay, joke lang. Pero good morning muna tayo kay Scout Jandel.
From
Good
Pampanga.
morning watching from Pampanga Council. At good
And of
morning po
course,
tayo kay Scout Lawrence Joshua
Lawrence.
Soto. Good morning mga sir. At good morning po tayo sa ating ngayong technical team. Ate Jean, good morning. At kay Scout Carlo, good morning. Hello po, good morning. So ayan, ang cute-cute naman yan, no? So ayan.
Like
So
and
good
share.
morning po tayo again kay Sir Joshua watching from Marinduque Council. So good morning lahat sa inyo taga Marinduque Council. So ayan. Partner. So ang ating title pala ngayon is Story of Every
Story of
Scout.
every Scouts. Excuse me. Yes.
So, ano ba ang nangyari sa kanila? Nung normal pa ba? Nung ganito pa ba? Basta, story of every scout. Dahil tayo ay may sariling storya. Minsan malungkot, minsan masaya, minsan, yes, unique siya. Dahil in every story, unique. Oh, nakakatakot. Like, parang makita mong mama mo, na ganitong mukha, di ba? So, like, parang gano'n ng mga time. So, ayan, partner, no? Ano ba sabihin ko? Yes, tama yun. Unique yun siya dahil nga hindi naman tayo same na buhay na pagdaanan. So, ayan. Pero, huwag tayo siya emotional. Dapat tayo happy. So, ayan. So, for our guest for today, partner, actually, siya ay nag-host sa BP Cyber Jam. And then, pangalan niya, so meron tayong clue ha, pangalan niya is Dave. Dave ang pangalan niya. So, kasi name kami, so, ay, so happy. So, you know, and then, anong tawag nun? Habang nag-host sa BP Cyber Jam, of course, yung mga co-host niya, tatawagin siya na parang, Scout Dave, Sir Dave, Sir Dave. Kasi ako, as a host din, sanay na magsalita, di ba? So, like, parang, Sir Dave, like, kinakabahan ako, basta tawagin siya. Then, alam mo yun, like, parang palagi Dave ko, oh Lord, tulong, bakit ako surrounded by Dave ng mga pangalan? So, ayun. So, and then, like, parang, oy, kasing name kami, and then parang magaling siya. So, yung name niya, gisulat ko sa papel. Tapos, hindi ko pa talaga siya makita din sa Zoom meeting. So, landscape ko. Pag landscape, screenshot, tapos gi-zoom pa talaga para makita ang pangalan. Tapos noon, like parang, letter by letter. Pag search sa Facebook, wala. Instagram, wala. Twitter, wala. Halos sa lahat ng mga platform sa social media, wala mahanap. Tapos, like parang, Lord, tulong naman dyan, no? So, nung mga past few days, natapos ng BP Cyber Jam, nahanap ko tong pangalan na Saint Paul. Tapos, pati ko like parang, Saint Paul. like parang wow, ano to, San to? Parang ang galing ng pangalan. Tapos scout pa talaga siya, like parang add friend to.
May frame ng BP Cyberjam actually.
Oo, may frame ng BP Cyberjam. So yun, like parang magaling to yun. Tapos nun, add friend na. Tapos, gi-invite ko siya as a guest for our show today, 7 p.m. And then yun. Tapos ngayon, ibigay niya ang full name niya, tapos yun na, doon ko nalalaman na siya pala yun. So, ayun no, so, again, so ipapakilala po natin ang matagal hanapin, mahirap hanapin na tao. Dahil po siya po isang famous, di ba? Para sa siya isang famous. So, ayan, no, for our guest for today is galing po siya from Davao Oriental Council, okay? And galing po siya sa University of Mindanao Digos College. So please, ladies and gentlemen, ang matagal hanapin sa Facebook at sa ibang social media platform is Scout Dave Flores, Paul J. Santos from Davao Oriental Council.
Hello, my dear brothers in the Scouting family. Good morning.
Good morning to all.
And to you, Dave, and Scout Neptune, good morning. While you are telling the story of how you find my name in the Facebook, I was teary-eyed while laughing kasi nakakatuwa the way you talk about it. And I just want to explain lang that I changed my Facebook name because when I found out na ginamit pala yung old lost ID ko sa isang unidentified person, yun, we consulted to a lawyer and we reported it to the PNP and went to the NBI for a piece of advice about what should I do. Because someone is using my old ID to scam anybody, naghihingi ng pera or nagne-negotiate ng mga iPhones. Tsaka yun, I initiated na Saints Paul yung gagamitin ko na name because as per advice by the NBI, I will change. And Saints, yung English ng Santos, at saka yung Paul, which is yung sa mga lahi namin, nandun talaga yung pangalan na Paulino at saka Paul. Kaya yun ang ginamit ko, Saints Paul. Tsaka napansin ko rin, rampant during the pandemic or during the home quarantine yung mga scam, especially yung mga identity theft. Like the politicians or any artist, pero hindi ko naman sinasabing artista ako, di ba? Dapat lang maging careful tayo sa ating mga ID at saka yung mga personal information natin. Dapat hindi natin siya basta-basta isi-share only for the trusted persons.
Ayan no, so ayan no, so alam niyo na kung bakit siya mahirap hanapin, Scout. So ayan sa mga viewers natin ngayon, hindi ko na sasabihin ang kanya pangalan sa Facebook, baka gawin niyo siyang scam. Joke lang. So ayan no, so sana ba tayo? So ayun, so tama kaya sinabi kanina na please don't lose or lose your ID kahit saan. Kasi tawag nga sa kanya is identification card, diba? So para lang yan sa'yo, like parang ang ID na to is ikaw ang ID na to is
sariling identity.
Yun, ikaw yun. Like parang, ano ba yan? Ano ba? Hindi ko ma-explain. Ano yan?
Your personal information.
Like parang taga saan ka, contact number mo, sinong mama mo, tawagan in case of emergency, taga saan ka, di ba? Like parang ganon. So, pag makuha ng crush mo ang ID mo, lucky ka kasi alam niya kung taga saan ka, ganon yun. So, yun. So, ayan. So, sir, so good morning po sa ating lahat ng viewers ngayon at salamat po sa pagsubaybay po ng Scout Heritage Night at welcome po to another episode. So, sir, kumusta ka naman today and these past few weeks po?
Actually, I'm doing great things. And as a college student, majority of us are sticking to the idea that our grades do not define our future endeavors. In fact, this sometimes may not be the real representation of one's progress and achievement. But I am urging my fellow students to balance academic rigor with flexibility in time. Aside from that, I'm very grateful to all the scouts and scouters who attentively engaged and actively participated in the recently concluded Baden Powell or BP Cyber Jamboree 2021. Even though there is a typhoon Auring that struck the regional areas of Visayas and Mindanao, I saw all the scouts sustaining the spirit of sympathy via online through friendship, brotherhood, and camaraderie. In our toughest times, we can be the sunrise or the hope and the bearer of smiles for the upcoming sunset to all the people affected by the calamity. And as Filipinos, we are promoting bayanihan. This is a Filipino practice, which means unity. And with the grave threats of COVID-19, our Filipino mentality to aid is still alive. And we extend a helping hand in any possible way we can do to those who are needy. I feel capable of being the spokesperson on behalf of the Boy Scouts of the Philippines or BSP organization to reach in a positive way. It's amazing that the Amateur Media Association of Philippine Scouts or AMAPS invited me to be the guest for tonight's Scout Heritage Show. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity by placing your faith and trust in me, especially to Dave and Neptune who approached me via online. It's one of the moments that I've been waiting for. Definitely, this is one of the best days of my Scout life experience.
Ayan, no. So, ayan, no. So, natindihan nyo ba yon? English yun na, baka nosebleed na kayo dyan. Pero, ayan, no. So, sabi mo rin, sir. So, straight English or Tagalog. So, ayan. So, sir, no. So, willing din po kami, sir. Actually, all the Scout is welcome po na maging guest po ng Amateur Media Association of the Philippine Scouts Incorporated. Dahil po ito po ay, Scout is friendly. So, pwede po lahat na sumali. Actually, tama po yung sinabi ni sir na alam mo yun, like, parang, pag chat mo pa lang sa kanya, sir, pwede ka maging guest namin. Haba ng reply, English agad, haba ng reply. Tapos, nung nag-GC na, nung group chat, tapos ano na yun, like, parang, sir, marami siyang question. Sabi ko, magaling ito na guest. Tapos, kanina, 5:30, parang mga 5, ready na siya. Sabi ko, wow, excited na siya. So, ayun, no, so actually, gusto ko po yung mga spirit ng mga scout na palaging scout is excited sa mga scout activities, di ba? So, ayan. Sir. So, another question. So, ano po ang next question, Sir Neptune?
Ayan, sir. So, speaking of scouting, how do you define scouting in your own words? Or for you, what is scouting?
Question, hindi ko masyado naririnig. For me, what is scouting? Okay, naririnig na. For me, scouting is a service. Not because I am obliged, but because of my largest spirit of self-volunteerism effort that I can be involved. From the day that I was born kasi, I know that it sets the mark of fulfilling my destiny, which is to serve people by trying in the best of my ability. Kasi wala namang ipinapanganak sa mundo na magaling agad. We undergo series of trainings and practice. And the concept of acting locally and thinking globally is calibrated within the core of my mindset na. When I was still in elementary, it is always instilled in my mind na. And being a youth member of the BSP, which recognizes the vital role sa nation building natin, I cannot deny the mere fact that it helps me mold to become more socially conscious, morally educated, skill-tested, environmentally aware, at saka service-oriented na citizen. Not just sa aking community, but also to the country, guided by the Scout Oath and Law. And a Scout always demonstrates innovative, initiative-driven leadership impacting community environment related. And I think that is my primary responsibility. And for me, that is my definition sa scouting.
So, ayan no. So, describe niyo po ang scouting. In one word is service. So, ayan. So, sir, actually, meron din pong nung ng last show ko sa Mindanao Sprite, service din po ang sa kanya. So, ano, so, tamang-tama, as actually, magkapareho pa kami ng name and then like parang tama yung sinabi mo na pag alam mo like parang yung mindset mo is other-centered ka. Like parang excited ka mag-serve sa iba. Like parang sinabi na volunteer, para sa
Totoo.
iba,
It
pag
can
sinabi
boost
na
your
volunteer,
enthusiasm.
oo, sa iba kasi pag sinabi na volunteer, mahirap. Pero pag sa akin, like parang volunteer, excited. Alam mo lang, ganun, pagkatapos like parang every gift giving mo, pagbigay mo sa bata, the smile, like parang ang cute, and
Totoo.
then
The
like parang
genuine smile
you're
that can be seen in the faces of the children. And please do not I am reminding every scout or anyone who are watching this show na please do not expect any return or exchange because balang araw babalik rin yan sa'yo.
yes.
'Di ba?
Yes. Tama po yun na pag nag-volunteer ka is wag ka po talaga mag-expect na yung mababalik sa'yo. At good morning naman kay Scout Rona watching for today. Good morning sa iyo, ma'am. And good morning din po kay Scout Belswin. Good morning, everyone. So, ayan no. So, good morning po kay Sir Digan. Ay, Ma'am Digan. Good morning po watching from Aklan, Kahil. So, ayan po no. So, tama po yung sabi sa service dahil nga po, alam mo yun, like parang nasa heart mo na and then pag sinabing global, tama yun, na pag sinabing global, na like parang excited ka talaga. So, tama po yun,
Totoo.
sir. Actually, agree ako sa'yo.
Yes, I
So,
agree
ayan,
more.
no? So, ayan. Yes, so, mga
Kasi when you
viewers,
serve
if you have any
people,
questions,
it will make you happy. Especially in the field of
yes.
scouting, we are all engaged into community projects and other related na mga foraying our advocacies sa kahit anong platform. In our ability, we are trying to foray our advocacies by simply sa mga bagay na or sa mga sitwasyon na ating nakikita na pwede nating gawan ng steadfast answer or resolute response.
So, ayan. So, mga viewers, if you have any question po kay Scout Dave, kay Sir Dave, if meron po kayong any question sa kanya, please comment it in the comment section para po masagot niya directly ang inyong mga katanungan. So, ayan, for our next question, sir, is, can you share to us what problems you encountered in every scouting activity, jamboree, or camping you had attended?
I think majority of us experiences heavy rains during campings or any jamborees that we have attended. And this is a real challenge for us to chronicle what are meaningful stories behind these heavy rains. Kasi especially nung mga international or national jamborees na I am one of the participants, I could say na makikita talaga sa isang scout or sa grupo ng scout kung paano niya ma-apply into real-life application setting ang survival skills na kanyang natutunan in the field or arena of scouting. And instead of being sad or making feel that you are pity or unfortunate because of because you are experiencing a heavy rain, you can say na masaya yung experience kasi hindi nababayaran yung kasiyahan at kaligayahan ng bawat isa sa inyo na kahit mabigat yung problema na inyong pinapasan kasi may ibang mga gamit na nababasa, yung iba inaanod pa ng tubig, lalo na yung mga camping gears, mga bags, and other na mga gamit. And that's what I think na nakakatawang balik-balikan at isipin na kapag when you reminisce the past memories of yours, especially yung mga time na when I was in elementary and secondary school days, I can say na kahit challenging siya, masaya pa rin. And that's what I can share to you all. I am now trying to alter my words and responses with the use of wikang Filipino.
Oo nga, no. So, ayun po, no. So, tama din po yung sinabi ni Sir Dave na heavy rain. Tama po yung heavy rain dahil mababasa ka talaga ang type A uniform mo. Actually, lahat ng kahit mababasa kung hindi yan nakatago. So, dapat na siya
Totoo.
secure dahil weather change time to time. So, ayan po, no. And then, may mga
Sapatos mo
putik pa, and
mapuputin
et
ka.
cetera.
Oo.
Oo, di ba? So,
kahit
imbis
ganun
na,
pa rin,
oo.
kahit ganun pa rin yung mga na-experience natin, at least we enjoyed a lot. In fact, it became a source of intellectual enjoyment kasi even if it's quiet challenging, na-experience namin na, for example, ganito, what comes into your mind when you see that putik in your shoes? Someone say na, putik represents being a driven scout, yung mga ganun, yung mga answer na pang malakasan talaga, yung mga thinking outside of the box ng ating mga kapwa scouts sa movement natin. Kaya ron, masaya talaga kapag ganun ang yung mindset and in an optimistic way.
Mhm. So, ayan po, no. At kung tama po yung sabi niya kanina na pag, ano yun siya, pag imbis na magalit ka dahil malakas ang ulan, nabasa at ang gamit mo, hindi, mag-e-enjoy ka pa dahil marami kayong nabasa. Wag ka, hindi ka na nag-iisa, di ba? So, ayan. So, how about,
pero aminin nyo, may mga times rin na hindi kayo naliligo.
alamat. Di ba? Especially pag camping, ala. So, ayan. So, what is the next question po, Sir Neptune?
Sir, so, being said yung mga challenges na encounter nyo during camping and jamborees, what are the ways you have come up or yung mga ginawa nyo, sir, para overcome yung ganong mga challenges?
Aside from those stories na sinabi ko kanina na being very optimistic, hindi lang dapat maging optimistic, dapat a-action din tayo kasi hindi natin dapat i-let na mabasa yung mga camping gears natin. So, we can evacuate naman, just like what happened in the National Jamboree yung last year ba yun? A year before last. Yung sa Makiling, yung sa Laguna. 'Di ba may mga scouts and scouters na nag-evacuate due to the heavy rain. And
I guess
at first I reacted na it felt very very sad because naging timing siya na may event tayo. Tapos I think kasi when we are thinking na may mga events sa scouting, this is a time where we develop our friendship to anyone, the scouts and scouters across the Philippines from different regions na nami-meet mo lang social media, online, pero makikita mo na siya personally. And it felt very
So, ayan, hello mga kababayan! Hindi po tayo nag-lag. So, ayan, no? So, hi everyone! So, we are having technical difficulties. At okay lang po yan, pero good morning muna tayo kay Scout Elbert. Hello po, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sorry, tao lang. So, good morning po kay Sir John. Shout out po, Boss Dave from Caloocan City Council. Wow, grabe boss. Pwedeng kuya na lang. Ay, joke lang. So, ayan po, no. Sabi po kayo ni Sir na sa Mount Makiling po, may nag-evacuate daw po ng mga scouts na dahil po sa heavy rain. So, ayun. So, dapat yun, actually, normal lang talaga yung mga problema na yan. At dapat ay makadaan yan, di ba? Scout tayo, dapat ay makadaan yan. So, ayan. So, mga scouts, ano yan, partner?
Yes, sabi nga ni Sir Dave Flores, aside from being optimism, we should have to find alternative ways. And prevention, fit na yung yung mga gamit na valuable, and of course, mababasa ng ulan, and yung secure the campsite para hindi siya masyadong prone to flooding.
So, ayan, no? So, Scout, if you have any question pa, reserve lang question nyo sa comment section. Please comment your counsel, your question para po ma-shout out natin dito sa ating live for today. So, ayan po, no? So, ano pa ba, partner? So, partner, ang ating guest ngayon, actually, yun. So, tama yun. Mayroon pa siyang hanapin. So, balik-balik lang ako, no? Pero, sorry. So, ayan. So, mga viewers, please share this video. Please share this live para po maka-reach pa po tayo ng maraming youth scout, mga scout pa po na meron pala po ngayon nangyayaring live sa atin. So, ayan. So, let me check. So, mayroon daw po siyang internet connection problem. So, babalik po ngayon si Sir Dave. Huwag po kayo mag-alala. Actually, hindi pa ako na Dave Hayo, isang Dave. Yung ating, ayan. So, ako na lang nag-iisa ngayon. Ha? Ayan, bumalik si Sir Neptune. Ano ba yan? Bakit ako iniwan? Ano ba yan? Ayaw ko maiwan. You know? So, ayan. So, good morning natin kay Scout Jessica. Good morning. Hello! With a, ano yan siya? Star ba yan? So, yun. Ayan, no? So, iniwan nila ako at ayan. So, hi Sir Neptune, kumusta ka naman? So, ayan. So, we are praying para mawala tong, ayan! Okay, so ang ganda-ganda. Ang ganda-ganda talaga. So, makita niyo naman ako. Naka-type A uniform. At again, ang ating title for today is Story of Every Scout. So, story ko ang pagiging scout ko, no? Balik-balik na ako sa pag-story na pagiging scout. Ako ay isang scout. Ako pala scout, di ba ito ni Jaime? At ako po ay nag-scout noong secret na scouting. Baka mamaya ma-issue ako, no? Joke lang. So, yun ako ng scouting. And then, ay, okay. So, ang kwento pala kanina ni Scout Dave. So, sa mga bagong viewers ngayon na bago dumating is, sa kanya pagiging scout, at sa kanyang gusto niya po ang baying scout through service and more service, all of the service sa scouting. Actually, ako din po gusto po natin ng service dahil po we are helping the people. Tama ba? Tama yun. So, ayan.
Yes.
So, ayan. So, hi, sir. So, hello, we are now waiting for Sir Dave. Hi, Sir Dave. Where na you? Joke lang. So, ayan. So, Scout Neptune, ano ba yung mga scouting story?
Okay, ayun nga yung ma-share ko lang. Kasi nung anniversary ng BSA, yung guest natin is from Korea and Japan.
Yes.
Japan, yes, tama. Hindi ko na-share yung kwento ng BSA nung sa BSA. Of course, story of every scout to. So, ito po yung yung parang background kung saan nagmula yung BSA. So, hindi po masyadong sa details. But then, let me tell it on my own words. Isang gabi po, foggy night. So, medyo foggy, wala masyadong makita. Meron pong traveler na nandun sa America, of course. So, yung nandun siya sa tavern or yung tinutuluyan niya is merong scout. And of course, before siya nakapunta doon, sorry, parang nalilito ako. But then, before siya nakapunta doon is dahil sa scout. Tinulungan siya ng isang scout and nalaman niya na scout yon kasi tinanong niya or binigyan niya ng suhol, kumbaga. So ayun, nang hindi tinanggap ng scout and sabi niya na hindi po ako tumatanggap niyan kasi scout ako. And then yun po. Dun po nagsimula yung Boy Scouts of America.
Ayan, no? So maraming salamat po, Ginoong Sir Nelson Iporilio. Salamat po, sir. Ayan, so natutunan po tayo kayo bagong aral galing po kay Sir Nelson Iporilio, ang ating bagong teacher. Okay, bagong teacher. Joke lang. So,
Mas maganda sana yung detail na babasahin kasi eto hinahanap ko.
Di ba? Sana all magaling mag-research. Ako dito nakikinig lang. Walang search, di ba? Ang galing ko talaga, no? I'm so relaxed, di ba? Wala akong ginagawa. Live lang tayo. Joke lang, pero, ayan, no? So, ako naman, ako ng mga scouting story. Ayan. So, ako na naman ulit ang host nyo, si Scout Dave. Iniwan ko ulit. Yes, alam ko, sanay na ako maiwan. Actually, marami na ako iniwan. Tapos alam mo yung feeling na, ba't ako iwan? Ba't ako iiwan? Like parang, anong kulang ko? Kulang ba ako sa iba? Anong kulang ko? Ganun yung question na yun. Di ba? Alam mo yun, ang sakit. Sir Nep, ba't ka pa bumalik, ha? Ba't ka bumalik? Ang sakit-sakit na.
And nahanap ko na. Nahanap ko na yung American version of the Boy Scouts.
Okay, go. Ano yun? Hello, sir? Can you hear me? Sir, nakamute ka po, sir.
Ay, sorry. Ayan. So, the American version. Ayan, Sir Dave.
Hello.
Ayan
nakabalik
na!
ako. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm having internet problems.
Same here.
Yes, the internet connectivity talaga. But you can see in my face that I'm still glad because BP says, di ba, a scout smiles and whistles under all circumstances.
Yes. So, ayan. So, sir, so ating question to kanina, balik tayo. So what made you surpass or overcome those challenges you mentioned earlier?
Okay. So, dapat talaga, we need to take action. Especially, dapat i-apply natin yung mga survival skills na ating natutunan in the field or arena of scouting because once you apply it into real life application setting ay hindi ka na mahihirapan pa. Aside from the fact that you are optimistic enough to handle that certain situation of yours in the challenging times or circumstances sa scouting Jamboree, alert tayo sa kahit anumang sitwasyon, di ba? Be prepared.
Ayan, no? So, ang kanyang last word is be prepared. So, Scout, laging handa. So, ayan, no? So, napakatalino naman ang ating guest for today, Sir
Dapat po
Neptune,
tayo
amazing.
Laging handa. Handang iwan?
Handang iwan? Actually, kanina hindi ako handang iwan. Alam niyo yun? Ayan.
Diba, sabi nila yung mga scout daw, laging handa. Pero kapag iniwan, hindi na naging handa. Bakit kaya?
Kasi,
naranasan niyo na ba yan?
Ganoon na yun
siya. Or should I ask the experts?
So, ayan, so, aray, ang sakit ng pangako. Sige, gusto ba yun? Ang sakit-sakit ng pangako. Ano ba yan? Sige na tayo, tawa. So, ayan, so, sir, aray, sakit. So, wait lang. So, for our next question, sorry po talaga mga viewers, what do you think is the greatest learning you had acquired during the course of your scouting journey?
Aside from forwarding our advocacies in any platforms that we can, I reflected my scouting journey to follow my proper planning and vision by giving back to the community. And throughout the course ng aking scouting journey, since I feel I have a positive contribution to raise, I am openly conversing or transparent about my interactions with local community stakeholders because they can help you to make your community engagement realize sa community. And it encourages me to reach outside my comfort zone and to exploit my objective within the core of my inner being by democratizing more to further awareness. And I stand firmly or naniniwala talaga ako na ang ating action of humanity reflects more than just an explanation that calls for a steadfast answer or resolute response. cooperation talaga is imperative to providing a common understanding of a given circumstance which necessitates ng mga collective intervention na pwedeng maging occurrence. And I think lahat naman ng scouts, majority, they are all giving back to the community where they belong, since that's one of our targeted objectives, to help other people at all times.
Yes. So thank you so much, sir, sa kahit wala yes, kahit nang wala ako, hindi ko masyadong nakuha kung ano yung last mo na sinabi. But then, let me add on, syempre, sabi din ni BP na scout is very by surprise. Ayan. So, aside from that, sir, let's proceed to the next question na. So, what do you think is the greatest learning? Na-question na ba to, partner? Wala pa. Greatest learning ni sir?
Yan yung kanina.
Previously. So, another question again is your unforgettable experiences. Dahil nga, story of every scout ito, so can you tell us, sir, or retell to us your unforgettable experiences na or learning experiences na natutunan mo or na-undergone mo in your trainings, scouting, jamborees, or campings?
That's very interesting.
Yes.
One of the most unforgettable experience ko in the field of scouting is the 6th Association of Southeast Asian Nation, or ASEAN Jamboree, at hineld pa talaga dito sa beloved country natin, sa Philippines, specifically sa Tagum City. It is very interesting and unforgettable for me because it's my first international jamboree that I attended. And before kasi ako nag-travel, I realized that through this jamboree, I'm excited to share our culture to other scouts about our heritage, cultural traditions, and our ways, like what's our cuisines, what's our nakasanayan na, for example, yung po at opo at yung pagmamano, where that's a sign of respect. And may mga scouts din akong na meet from Singapore, from Indonesia, especially yung mga times na may event na Scout Youth Forum, yung mga ano pa ba yung ibang events doon? Yung aside sa fireworks display, meron pa yung cultural competition, talent, and may nakita tayong mga talented scouts from across the Philippines and around the globe. And I think that's one of the most unforgettable experience talaga na hanggang ngayon ay uulit-ulitin ko siyang i-reminisce. Kasi we are expanding our horizons, tolerating differences, and appreciating diversity. Because our diverse culture kasi is parang ano lang, parang pinapasa-pasa lang, di ba? Like, there are may mga resemblances kasi na culture sa Indonesia and the Philippines, sa Malaysia and the Philippines. And that's interesting that other countries modify or change some of the ways na ating nakasanayan dito sa Pilipinas. And we should always devote ourselves to uphold diversity because iba-iba tayo ng nakasanayan at mga kultura, tradisyon at mga customs.
So go partner.
Same here actually with me sa 6 ASEAN Scout Jamboree is one of my first international jamboree, and of course napaka-unforgettable talaga. And yung pinaka-favorite na part ko is yung pag-trade. Gabi-gabi yan, nagtitrade kami, pumunta sa campsite ng Japan, yung iba, yung part ng ASEAN, mga Bangladesh, ganyan. So, we trade
Oo,
neckerchiefs.
kasi they are, 'di ba, sino-showcase nila yung iba't ibang badges nila
Yes.
from different levels like national, regional nila. And magkaka-interest ka rin to trade your other scouting items sa kanila because some of their items is very interesting din at saka nakakatuwang pakinggan ang story behind it.
Yes, what about you, partner Dave? Can you share something, scouting experiences or jamborees? Or mamaya na lang? Depende sa'yo.
Mamaya na lang, partner.
Sige. Ayan, ipagpatuloy ko yung...
Baka may mga alaala ka pang dapat
Oo
i-reminisce,
nga,
Dave,
medyo.
during the ASEAN Jamboree. Yung mga nakilala mo, yung mga nakatrade mo, yung mga na-meet mo personally, na sa social media mo lang na chat before, or any encounters that you can share to us na mga
Ayan, no,
interesting moments.
So mga guys, napansin nyo naman na hindi ako nagsasalita dahil nga pinipigilan ko pong tumawa dahil ang sakit-sakit na po ng pangako. So ayan, no? And then, wait lang, ang sakit talaga. So ayan, no? Aray, ang sakit. So ayan,
Actually, sa comment section, Sir Nep, ikaw naman, kasi pawala-wala yung signal ko. Masakit na pala yung panga niya, akala ko emotional.
Ayun, no? So, ayun, like, parang, So, ayan, so, sa akin naman, sa mga Jamboree is actually ako, wala pa, oh my God, may camera na nagalaw siya. Ako, wala pa po talaga ako nakasali ng mga international, mga pangbuong bansang Jamboree, anong tawag yan? So, ayan, no? Kasi nga po, anong tawag noon, like, parang, nung nangyari pero si Sasayan, is hindi pa ako scout noon. Pero meron akong pinsan ko na scout. Nakaya siya, Dave, sali ka. Ano, ha? Saan ba sa Tagum? Tagum yan? Ayaw ko, malayo. Ganun. Kasi hindi ko pa alam na pang ibang bansa na pala yun siya. So, yun. So, doon nakasali. Sayang. Pero ang goal ko ngayon is sa 2023 sa Korea. I'm coming, baby. Let's go. O, diba? May mga fans ako dito. Let's go.
Mga palakpakan pa pala dyan, ah.
Diba? Oo nga, no? So, advice ko po sa inyo, mag-ipon na po kayo ngayon dahil mayroon po tayong 2 years. 2 years po na mag-ipon bago po ang 2023 Korean Jamboree. So, ayan. So, for our next question po is, what have you done to help promote scouting in your community as a part of your legacy being a scout?
I think first of all, it takes a time na to utilize my talents and skills. This is not an easy way because when I started scouting in my institution, konti lang kami members. And that's the main reason why I still pursuing scouting, because I want to have a far reach or staggering number of scouts to be involved. And I utilize my love for arts like storytelling. And that storytelling involves my ways of telling people how scouting can change the lives of many people, the other youngsters, not just in the Philippines, but around the globe. And how can we help other people in our own simple ways? Because at that point, or any manifestation of that, can boost their enthusiasm, and this will create a sheer determination for them to be in the pursuit of scouting movement. And with that, I can say na naging successful naman siya. And lalo na yung, fortunately, I was the first elected regional scout representative from my institution and my council, which is the Davao del Sur Council, kung saan ako nakatira before. And mas naganahan yung mga students sa school namin na to involve in community projects or any engagements that could help people of what they need and what what they are trying to solve by our resolute response or any act of kindness and humanity that we can offer or earmark to them. And that's one of my legacy that I cannot never leave scouting na.
Ano, tama po yun. Nasabi po ni Sir na sige, go partner, go partner.
Yes, sabi nga ni Sir,
And dagdag ko lang pala, since 1936 daw na Youth Forum na nag-elect ng Regional Scout Representative, chair ng Council Scout Executive ko na I'm the first one to be elected as RSR sa council namin, representing Mindanao Progressive Executive Board. And in that way, that factor can change the whole council's impeccable percent the movement of scouting, because if they think that they are not fit for scouting because of their financial constraints, no. Your capabilities, talents, or skills are one of the big factors, contributing factors that can make you a potent one.
Yes, ayan. Napaka inspiring na hindi talaga hindrance yung anumang financial na struggles. Yes. So aside from that, sir, yung pagiging council scout representative also boost yung moral and confidence ng mga ka-council mo and yung mga nakakakilala sa iyo na maganda yung naidudulot yung ng scouting, and of course yung representation in the person sa pagkatao mo po.
Ayan. So for our next question po, sir, if you are going to choose a single aspect or activity in the scouting movement in order to share it to others and encourage to join, what would it be and why?
That's very wonderful to hear kasi somewhat related siya sa previous question. Kasi as a former regional scout representative, I am a product of Scout Youth Forum from institutional level, council, regional, and national. And youth involvement in decision-making processes is an innate part of the Scout movement of the Philippines Youth Development Program, particularly in regards to issues and matters that directly impact young people. It is a laboratory kasi where youth leaders are garnered and created. And this platform is, let me share to you all the scouts here. Baka may mga interested dyan na magsali. Especially, I've seen in Facebook accounts na may mga virtual scout youth forums na idinadaos from other councils and other regions. This platform is an excellent place to exchange ideas, to gain greater knowledge, and to improve one's degree of comprehension regarding a broad variety of topics. In addition, it often serves as a source of motivation by giving the ability to encounter new people, find innovative solutions, work with new tools, and learn new working methods. And this, I think, aside from the fact that you are engaged into other scouts from all over the region or all over the Philippines, you can share your innovative thoughts, fresh ideas, and hindi talaga mawawala pa rin yung socialization night. But before proceeding for the socialization night, you need to make your resolutions. And may mga debates na nangyayari, debates on the floor, and nagkataon yung time ko, I'm the presiding officer since the forum body elected me also as the chairman of the steering committee. So I handle every motion, every mga matters na ipe-preside the chairman. And in order to make any statements, one must have a fluency in constructing arguments and the capacity to endure further scrutiny and analysis. And this is necessary to be sensitive sa mga challenging questions that attempt to unravel the very heart of what we profess for. It is an affirmation to discover. And by going through this process sa Youth Forum kasi, we came to realize our position's fundamental assumptions, what it is attempting to communicate, and what it involves. And when we articulate these things, our minds become razor sharp. And a positive side effect is that we can gain greater insight into our own traits. Kasi during the Scout Youth Forum, I realized na pwede pala talaga ako when it comes to public speaking and engaging more sa societal movement. And revealing our potential to think can also strengthen our sense of authenticity. Hindi talaga yan mawawala sa atin. And I think majority ng mga viewers natin ay naging product din ng Scout Youth Forum. And I hope as Council Scout representatives, you need to do your duty and responsibilities because it's not just about being like an artista kasi yung iba kasi parang yung perspective nila ay parang artistahin yung position na yan. No, you are in the prime position to uphold greater insights or impeccable perspectives na pwede mong i-bring about sa mga meeting nyo, which could result sa mga innovative thoughts, mga resolute response, steadfast answer, na pwede talagang gawan ng resolution para maresolba hindi lang ikaw, kundi kasama na rin ng help ng mga local community stakeholders and the people who became your bedrock of support sa scouting movement, whether it can be in council, in the region, or in the national level.
Ayan. So, thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful, as in, napaka-inspire talaga ng story mo. And malalaman pa lang, in the way you speak, the way you present your stories, your experiences, malalaman talaga na representative ka and na, kumbaga parang na-train ka in the way you speak. Of course, in the youth forum yan. Kasi talagang need talaga yan. And as a scout, you need to be a good communicator.
Yes. But hindi lang pagiging magaling na communicator ang kailangan sa youth forum kasi magagamit mo rin yung mga talents mo sa pagkanta, sa sayaw, spoken poetry, and that's what I am very engaged because I am in the field of artistry and it makes me interesting, especially when I see all the scouts na nagsi-showcase at nagpe-perform ng kanilang talents during socialization nights.
So, ayan po, no? So, mga viewers, subaybayan po natin ang another episode of Scout Heritage Night with Sir Dave St. Paul. Ayan po, no? Ayan po, no, na ano yung tawag yan? At good morning po kay Scout Micaela. Good morning po from James. I. Gordon Council. James I. Gordon. So, sorry po, no? So, good morning po kay Scout. Kay Sir Roy, good morning po, sir. Watching from Camarines Sur Council, Bicol Chapter. So, ayan. So, ang tawag doon? So, ano doon? Oh my God, sorry. Thank you for watching the Scout Heritage Night. And sir, kung sino po ang gusto niyong batiin niyo na po.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, sa mga AMAPS family who invited me to be part of this Scout Heritage Show, especially the host and the technical team and other staffs. At saka yung sa mga taga Davao del Sur Council na Scouts dyan, garbo na to, nga kita taga Davao del Sur. Sa mga taga Davao Oriental dyan, nakasamahan ko sa scouting, madayaw, at saka maganahay nga di. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for being so interactive with me and to all the viewers right here.
So, ayan no. So, again, I will take this opportunity na please watch po my show, Mindanao's Pride, every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Ayan po, no? And maraming salamat po sa mga viewers sa pagtingin po ng ating Scout Heritage Night at please like po ang aming Facebook page, Amateur Media Association of the Philippine Scouts, and on Twitter and Instagram at Pinoy Scout TV. So, ayan. So, Sir Nep, sino pa ang gusto mong batiin? Ibati mo na po yan.
Of course, in YouTube, kindly follow or subscribe our YouTube channel, Pinoy Scout TV. And of course, we'll like to take this opportunity para pasalamatan na din yung outfit 1019 and 1020 from Negros Occidental Council, Victoria City Scouting Committee, to my family here, Family Purillo, and of course, to all the viewers na walang sawang nanonood sa Pinoy, Scout Heritage Night. So thank you so much po. What about you, partner?
So, nabati ko na ang gusto kong batiin ng mga viewers. Maraming salamat sa panonood nyo ng Scout Heritage Night. At maraming salamat dahil manonood po kayo sa aming next episode next week. Para po, yun, sa ating Scout Heritage Night. So, expect from other country na po na ating mga guests. We are searching for you. Alam mo yan. So, ayan. So, again, and again, I am Scout Dave Anthony Jaime from Davao City Council.
And I am Eagle Scout Neptune Purillo of outfit number 1019 from Victoria City, Negros Occidental Council.
And thank you po for watching the Scout Heritage Night and see you po next week. See you po next week see you next week. So, ayan. So, bye-bye.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have